too late. All right, today we are dealing with trigonometric identities. That is where we're building this from. And I'm going to show you here in Bellwork and then build to it more in notes. Okay, we're trying to explain why this is true. We don't need to use words. We are going to use symbols and concepts a little bit more. So this is a true statement. Sine of theta times cosecant of theta is always going to be equal to tangent of theta times cotangent of theta. No matter what number you put in for theta, if you put the same number in for all of them, it's always going to be true. Anybody have an idea why that's true? Jack? They're both reciprocals, and so they're going to be equal to 1. That's perfect. They're both reciprocals. For example, okay, we're only going to do this right now, and then we won't do it again. But let's talk about like x, y, and r. Okay, x, y, and r. What would we say sine of theta is in terms of x, y, and r? Y over r. You got to remember stuff. You get your brain going again. It's y over r. Cosecant means r over y. This is one giant fraction bar, so we can go across like that. Oh, this r is going to cancel with that r. That y is going to cancel with that y. What is that going to leave me with? 1. It seems dumb, but that's probably the most important thing you're going to learn in this chapter, is remembering how to deal with fractions. We forget. Like, hey, you need common denominators. Or, hey, when you multiply and they cancel, they get you 1. It doesn't get you 0. Those are the types of things we're going to remember. The other side, I got tangent of theta. What does tangent mean? Y over x, and cotangent is x over y. Again, one giant fraction bar. That's going to cancel. That's going to cancel. Does 1 equal 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. That's true. We've shown that it's equal because we showed the work on both sides to get them equal to each other. We're done. Good? Let's do another one. This one's really important. We're going to use this identity all the time. Cotangent of something is equal to the cosine over sine of that. Okay, and again, we can do x, y, r here to figure it out. Cotangent means x over y. We just did it. And then we're doing cosine over sine. Again, I wouldn't suggest doing x, y, and r in the future, but for now, let's do it. If we're doing cosine, that is x over r divided by sine. Sine means y over r. So I'm taking a fraction and dividing it by a fraction. Not our favorite thing. What am I going to do if I'm taking a fraction and I'm dividing by a fraction? Multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm going to multiply by r over y. This is one giant fraction bar. Those two things are going to cancel. So guess what I'm left with? X over y equals x over y. Done. Okay. This thing here at the end, that is an ending mark. Okay. When we do a proof, when you get into more advanced calculus classes, you're going to do proofs. Okay. Real analysis and fundamental theorems of calculus, all these different concepts, we're going to have proof marks at the end. So I went very high tech earlier and I Googled it. I typed it. I forgot to copy it, but ending proofs. When you end a proof, there are different ways we can end a proof, but I clicked on the first one. One way to end a proof is a tombstone. Okay, a tombstone is this little guy right here. See these boxes? It could be that square or this rectangle or that colored in square or that. That is an ending mark. It is to show that, hey, I was trying to show that both these things are equal and I just did it. Here is the tombstone that says basically, boom, I killed that problem. I win. Okay, you need to have something at the end. Okay, the other thing that I showed earlier, this one right here, this little line, that's what my college professor always did, so that's what I always do. Okay, I like it because it's very finite at the end. You can show that you were done. I call it the end of the road, that, hey, we reached the end of the road. It is now a dead end. I have won. Or you can be a super nerd and use QED. That's probably the most common one. QED, it is Latin. It stands for Quod Erat Demonstratum. It basically means which was to be demonstrated. QED. So if I finish a problem, we could be, hey, I showed that that side is equal to that side. I'm going to write QED at the end. My brother used to also be a math teacher, and he's a bigger nerd than me. And when we got into arguments, he used to finish his argument by saying QED. Okay, so super think about how big of a nerd I am and then getting to that level. Okay. He's way beyond me, but that's what we're trying to do. Okay. Ending proofs. Wonderful. We're going to start off today, though, by taking a quiz. Nothing says welcome back from break like a quiz. I'm going to pass this out to you. You're going to work with your neighbor. You're going to see how you do.